about it because I am loving it. It comes on
Yes.
what, Fridays over there on the
Mm-hmm.
OWN channel, and I have some quick little notes that I want us to talk about. So first things first, right? We have it's a new show, like I said. It's about 6 different women. We have Robin, Kiana, Crystal, Tiffany, Tiana, and I feel like it's one more, Kira. We have Kira. So Crystal and Robin, they seem to be having friendship woes. I'm wondering how long this has been going on and how long they've been existing, okay, with this friendship. Robin had comes to Crystal with this big idea where she wants to start like a brokerage firm, right? But Crystal is quick to remind her, you don't play well with other women. So are you sure that's something that you really want to do? Right? Then she can, when they get into a debate back and forth regarding what Crystal said, Crystal leads with the term triggered. You're triggered. Oh, you're triggered. Later on in this episode, and this is episode 1, we could see where the ladies end up having a conversation at the park. And it seemed like Crystal kind of disregarded Robin's feelings and how she was feeling about the whole situation. She was laughing in her face and continuing to tell this woman that she was triggered. Now, if you ask me, nothing got resolved when these ladies linked up. Crystal, I don't know what your issue is with Robin. I just feel like if somebody got some stuff going on, you don't tell them over and over that they're triggered. I don't, it's like you're trying to trigger them at that point when you continue to say those things. And then it was something else that I wanted to say that I cannot think of. It was something else about Crystal and Robin. I just don't think they're real free. Oh, I think that Crystal keeps Robin around because it makes her feel like this. And even though Robin is successful in other areas, Crystal sees Robin as down low to her, whereas she's up high. It's something about it, and I don't
It's
like
a
it. What are
catch
your thoughts?
22. It's a catch 22. She gets to use her and her business acumen because you can tell that Robin is really good with her clients. So Robin is good with her clients, which means she's gonna constantly. I saw her. Hey, Jay Lee, we're happy
Hey,
to see you in the
Jaylee.
comments. We were waiting to
Our
see you,
face lit
bitch.
up.
Hey,
Okay, listen.
Jay.
Hey, friend, we miss you.
Mhm.
But yeah, so I feel like it's a catch 20. It's not a catch 22. She gets the fuck over her double. You get to get business from her, and then you get to be made to feel better than her or superior to her whenever she acts out. And it's not cute. Crystal think that she cute. She not cute. Like, we see you for your works is what I'm saying. I think she thought that everybody was gonna perceive it like, oh my God, Robin's doing the most. And then most of the people watching this show who I watch reviews for all clocked what Crystal was doing.
Oh, yes. For me, they use triggers so much on this show. I was triggered my
Mhm.
damn self watching this show. It made me do a whole little story time. But whatever, I've been in a situation similar to Crystal and Robin. So that's why I was so easily taking Robin's side. Because I thought that it was cool that she acknowledged what her traumas were. She knew what the issues were. So I'm like, okay, she's aware. But to me, Crystal just something is very fake. She's not as much
Mhm.
forthright about her, I guess, negative traits. So it was real ugly to me that she tried to hold it against Robin, especially in front of the other
Right.
women. It's almost like she set it up for failure because the way she even presented it to Kiana was like, so let me tell you about this idea. And yeah, it just,
Right.
she literally kept dousing gas on the fire in that meeting. I was clocking every single second of it. And I'm just like, hmm. But it now it's making me wonder if I'm going to like Kiana because Kiana seems to be really cool with Crystal.
Yep. And I want to like her too. Real quick, I want to read this comment. Robin should have met with these women one on one because she did herself no favors by having this meetup. I agree. I think Robin should have went off, and especially when we got to see how Crystal played it when she talked to Kiana. It sounds like she don't even really believe in the idea that Robin brought along, but trying to play it up like she do, but then go over here and try and down talk. I don't, I see her for her words. So let's talk about Kiana since we're talking about her. And I do like her, gorgeous woman and everything. But
Right.
Kiana has an issue with Robin because she needed Robin to list her properties for her. And she was in the middle of trying to get her own office. So when she went to Robin and asked her, hey, can you list these properties for me? Robin said, yeah, bro, I can for $500 a pop. And she had 26 listings, I believe, which would have came out to like 13,000. Now, some of the real estate people said that they charge way more than that just to hold your
I've
listings.
heard.
So I felt like she was, number one, probably giving you a discount. Number two, if she would have held your listings and they would have sold, what money would she have made off of that? So that's messed up as you to come to her as a friend and just expect her to hold your stuff for free. And then the other thing was, did you have this conversation with her about her holding your stuff for free? Because that's what we haven't gotten to. Like, that's still not clear about the conversation between the both of them.
Also, I want to know, so did your business completely go down the shitter when you couldn't hold all those contracts? Because I just kind of feel like, okay, you couldn't hold the contracts. So that means that you needed to finish out those contracts with the company you were with. And then before you started anything else, then you do everything you need to do to start your own business. Why was your business banking on Robin taking over your contracts for free? And as many people have said, she would have been legally responsible if anything had happened. So why would you expect her to do it for free? I don't understand. And then a lot of people said they Googled it, and it's between like 200 and like 1,500, which you can charge. And that a lot of those white brokerage firms charge way more than $500. So it's like you were probably getting some type of discount in the first place. And she probably also didn't, when Robin explained her mindset during the time, it made me feel like Robin really didn't want to deal with it and didn't really want to do it. So she gave her a price that she knew she probably wouldn't want to deal with, and then never really got back to her because mentally she wasn't in a space to deal with it. I can tell y'all right now, I ignore shit all the time that I don't have the bandwidth for. I'm sorry. I can't give you everything all the time.
So, at first, I thought that Robin might have been tripping in episode 1. The reason why was because Robin just kept talking about how she's business, business, business. And I really did think maybe she was trying to be greedy because, again, we were in a pandemic, still are, like she said. But the reason why I kind of started siding with what everybody was saying, which was that $500 really is average, is because when Kiana was sitting down with her husband first says, I thought she would have done it off the faith of our friendship. And then he says, but I get it, it's business. Then again, he says, I thought she would have done it off the faith of our friendship. So just by her husband even rationalizing that it's just business, that to me tells me that it probably wasn't anything that insane. And she's probably just mad that she didn't do it for free. So we'll see.
Exactly. Let's talk about the link up when the ladies get together. Kiana comes to the dinner. She's so focused on whatever Robin says doesn't matter because she's not going along with it. It sounds like even if Robin apologized, she would not have cared because she was so fixated on being mad. Right? It's one of those things where if a person get on your nerves, it don't matter what they do, you don't like them, right? So this is what was interesting for me. She was telling Robin that she had an issue with her, but was not clear on what the hell the issue was. So I feel like Robin still was not sure about what was happening. So that happened, as well as Kira. So after, first of all, Tiffany jumped into the conversation and understood where Robin's mentality was coming from and suggested that Kiana and Robin have this solo conversation. Now you got Kiana saying, oh, I can do that. We can have, I'm like, you should have came there with that. Somebody had to tell you for you to be like, oh, I respect you enough to have a side conversation. No, you don't. And you didn't. Then we have Kira. After she saw Kiana get on Robin's case, Kira felt that it would be so amazing for her to pounce on Robin at the same time because I think she thought she had a friend. And so she tells Robin that she didn't like the fact, Robin and Crystal now, that she didn't like the fact that this woman unfollowed her on Instagram. We never got to hear Crystal's lies, but Robin and Kira ended up going back and forth because, Kira said Robin was old. Then Robin started to get what? It's just a little bit. I feel like Kira, girl, I just felt like the unfollow thing on Instagram just wasn't that serious. It wasn't that deep. And for you to try to make it seem like the woman didn't like you, she invited you in on a business opportunity. She didn't have to do that. That's why she said you're sitting here. So I'm not seeing it for Kira. And I said in my other review that Kira is giving me Alexis for some reason of selling Tampa. Is she coming off with that same energy? Maybe
I wouldn't even give Alexis this much because
really?
I wouldn't even give Alexis this much because when old girl popped off and was like, because I can shit on you, and then turned her head like she had done something, I was like, homegirl is doing way too much. it was giving really, really, like, I don't even know how you, I mean, I know how you've been able to be this successful, even though you seem to be extremely immature. Because once the lady said she didn't have a problem with you, what else are we talking about? Now you just want to have a problem, as far as I'm concerned. And then the old comment, like, you, first of all, bitch, you offended. It wasn't just Robin that you offended when you said that shit, but everybody else just let it slide because Robin was the one that got you together. But Kiana and some of the other ladies was just like, oh, I guess we old. And even Crystal was saying, oh, bitch, well, I guess we old. And so why you sitting up there now acting like you cool with Miss Girl when you probably was the first one to unfollow her? So I felt like Crystal was fake. I feel like Kira was a teeny bopper that wanted to make a moment happen, when at the end of the day, you wish you gonna look as good as Robin when you get to her age. Go to hell.
Period.
I agree.
Thank you so much, Barika.
Thank you.
Thank you, Barika, for the super chat. Love the panel. Prayers, praying JVs, the swift and complete healing. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Go ahead, Necey.
So what got me was, if you're the newcomer of the group and you're getting invited to this business venture meeting, why would you mess up your money and the potential and the credentials that they built over an Instagram follow? Like, you just need to get in where you fit in. You barely made the invite. I feel like Kira was one of those girls where you could have replaced her with any millennial real estate agent, because they all posting pictures in swimsuits on the internet. So Kira, I'm like, you barely made the cut and you already here trying to make mess up a check. The other thing that I felt happened was that this whole thing about unfollowing, Kira says that Robin messaged her and would say, oh, you cute. Well, she claimed Robin was being a fan. So I bet, since they didn't really know each other like that, Robin was probably just sending hard eyes and stuff like that to network. And what I'm assuming is Kira probably thought she was hot shit one too many times. And Robin was like, girl, I ain't no fan. I'm about to unfollow you. And that's probably what happened. And now Kira is trying to pick a fight over nothing. Because if I respond to your story and you ain't nobody like that, like if we know the same groups of people, no, I'm not about to be a fan. Eventually, I'm just like, what am I following you for if we're not communicating with each other?
Right.
Yeah, interacting.
Like, bitch, at least like my comment when I comment on your shit. And then when you see my posts, occasionally comment on my shit, just so we know we on the same page.
Right. That's networking.
Yes.
Right.
Hilarious. All right, y'all. That pretty much wraps up our talk about Ladies Who List Atlanta. Be sure to go and check it out, okay? So you can follow along when we talk about it, okay? So check out all of our reviews after you go and watch it, period, all right?